Hi folks, it's good to see you again. We've got another great video for you today, but before it begins, we just want to make sure that you understand we are in self-isolation and have been for over a month. We took this video probably 6 or 7 weeks ago. Hope you enjoy it. Well, we're in the truck again, so that means another adventure is about to come up. In fact, if you look right behind us, right back there, you can see my adventurous hat and the good old cooler. You know, we love to pack a picnic when we go.
Indiana Jones hat.
Oh, yeah, I feel just like Indiana Jones.
So we're on our way today to Aransas Wildlife Center. That's a few miles from where we are. We are still in Aransas Pass, which is on the coast of Texas, on the Gulf. And so we've been told this is a wonderful place. It's acres and acres right on the ocean of a place that has lots and lots of animals, like alligators and javelinas and hopefully a whooping bird. Whooping crane, not whooping bird.
well, you know, same thing. What's the difference? Well, we hope we can show them to you anyway. Hey, we are the Redhead and the Preacher, full-time RVers from Dallas, Texas. Hope you'll subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and come along with us today. We're going to show you some pretty cool stuff.
With our America the Beautiful Pass, our entrance was free, and this is the only place you're going to see whooping cranes on the Texas coast.
The maps were also free for the Refuge. 1937, this was established as a breeding ground and refuge for migratory birds and other wildlife. Okay, we're at the first trailhead, and this is the rail trail. We're going to see all these family of birds from the rail family, and it's half a mile each way. It takes us down to the water, and there's a sign right behind me here I want you to see.
This is the trail we're walking on. There's water on each side of us, and not the normal type, but we're walking down towards the ocean, and here we go.
This is what most of the terrain looks like along the trail. You see that log out there? We thought sure we had an alligator, but turns out no. So we did find a baby alligator. Can you see him right there in the middle of the picture? He blends in pretty well with his surroundings. We stood here for a few moments and got to thinking, if that's a baby alligator, there must be a mama around. And about that time we heard a splash, so we're going to stop this one and get out of here.
There's a heavy overgrowth all along the trail with little things like this for who knows what lives inside.
Our second stop along the way is the viewing area for alligators. So guess what we didn't find at the alligator viewing area? Alligators! On this trail, we'll find the gators for sure.
Okay, we're up on the bridge right now, and there is another alligator. And I see another one right over here. Another alligator. Can you see that?
I wanted you to see the trails that we walked. We enjoyed it so much. It was quiet, not a lot of people there, and great parts of it we had to ourselves. If there had been no wildlife, this would have been a tremendous day anyway.
I took this for my friend Gary back in the colony. He's a wonderful photographer. This is nothing like the work that he does, but I'm trying anyway. And there was just some really pretty wildflowers blooming along the trail.
This was our second trail, a little different than the first. Really nice back here. And make every turn so interesting.
And they were just twisty and turny, and you walked under, and it was really cool.
And here's what we saw, what should be the state animal of Texas. It's not, but this is an armadillo.
Our next trail was the Heron Flats Trail, and this is where we were expecting to see some whooping cranes.
It's a beautiful, very large, marshy area.
There's one in the back right there.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd ever get to see one, but we've got some great pictures of them and want you to know a little more about them. Oh my goodness, there it is. It's huge. This is as close as we got, about 500 feet.
And this picture is a blue heron in front of the two whooping cranes here.
The whooping crane is the rarest bird and the tallest bird in North America. In 1941, there was only 15 left. Today, there are over 500 in the wild. When they were first declared to be on the endangered species list, Aransas Refuge became an important place. On this map, you can see their migration from Canada to the Texas coast, 2,600 miles.
And if we'd had a camera like this, we could have probably had a really good close-up view, but we were just amazed. On the same trail, we saw all of these alligators. I was amazed that there was no fencing or anything, that we were walking right along this stream.
There was a lot of them. They were big, too.
They were gigantic.
We didn't seem to bother. Yeah,
Scary.
we didn't seem to bother them at all. They're used to having people around.
They would hardly move. And then we saw them laying all along the bank like that. And there were people walking with one small child even by there. And there were water birds everywhere, right in the water with the alligators.
Yeah, we suggested to that couple they hold on to the little boy. And here's one that started coming right at us, and we figured this was about time to make our exit.
And Bruce yelled, "Get out of here. We're getting too close to that thing." He was coming after us. And there were birds flying in the air all the time we were there, and huge birds. It was beautiful.
There's information like this all along the trails. When you see a bird, you don't have to guess what it is.
And you have to bring a picnic lunch if you come here, because it's out in the middle of nowhere. And no restaurants available. This little guy must have wanted to have lunch with us too, this possum. We saw a couple of them while we were sitting there eating. This was a really cool stop in the refuge. The live oak tree that
hey, there I am. There I am with my feather.
A feather he found.
Real outdoorsman.
But this live oak is over 400 years old. And you can see how the branches twist and turn, and it just felt like it went on forever. And it was really a cool place. But the amazing thing about this was it was so close to the ocean.
Right.
That the ocean spray, I would have thought the salt would have killed it. But you can see here, I'm turning around with the camera to show you how close this tree is to the ocean.
Yeah, actually now we've arrived where, about as far as we can go in the refuge, this is where the water meets the land. If some of the nature's trails look too difficult, a lot of them are like this wooden path out to these viewing areas.
And this one was really nice. There are 2 towers, handicap accessible, that was really nice. This is the shorter of the 2 towers that Bruce is standing on, with the taller one in the background. And there was great views from this area. And as we zoom in here, I think maybe that wasn't the view.
Oh, now that's a great picture.
And from the top now, you can see some, I think those are turkey vultures, Bruce?
Turkey vultures, I think. There were lots of them.
And there's signs everywhere telling about the birds that you're going to see, like those right there in the tree. But the views were really great from up on top. And it was a long walk up to the top of this. It went around and around and around. It didn't think we were ever going to get up there.
But we made it, didn't we?
Yes.
Even at our age.
Yeah. But it was great views out to the salt marshes and everything, out to the ocean. And there were signs that told you everything you were looking at, which was really interesting.
I think I'd mentioned that, how well marked the refuge is, you know. You don't have to guess what you're looking at or where you are with all of the maps. It's a wonderful place to visit.
Yes. And really nice. The views were great. It was a beautiful day. And we couldn't figure out what these things were on top of the railings here. And finally, we figured it out. It was to keep the birds from landing on top.
Yeah, and dirtying up the top of the rail.
Yeah, and again, you can see it's a long ways up, but it was well worth the trek up there. And
it was kind of the finish of the whole trip.
But we did not see any javelinas.
But we did take the auto tour loop, and that allowed us to see
something amazing, like this eagle flying up here to the nest. It was one of the best things. We met these people that were volunteers for the park, and they let us look through their binoculars, and that is
their telescope.
Eagle here landing with the little baby eagle inside, eaglet, I guess. and that was one of our highlights.
That was really cool.
I hope you enjoyed this video. We sure enjoyed going to the wildlife refuge.
Yes, we did.
And seeing all the animals. It was a wonderful day.
It was a nice day.
And you know, as we always say, it's great because it was free too.
You're going to think we're the free king and queen before this is over. We're so glad that you joined us today, and once again, hope you enjoyed the video. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe in this time, and remember, especially at this time, may God bless America.